Hello everyone, welcome to a new Call of Dragons video. I am Wallaby and today I bring you a hero guide. In this video I am going to explain absolutely everything you need to know to understand how the heroes work, how to get them and how to choose which heroes to upgrade. In Call of Dragons there are 4 things that can be upgraded to the heroes. Those are the hero level, the star level, the talents and the skills, which is the most difficult of all. We can upgrade every hero to level 60. The level determines the number of legions that we can take to the battlefield. That is, how many troops will go in our army. In addition to this, for each level we receive a talent point. Each talent will give bonus stats to our legion. These points are quite limited, so we are not going to fill everything. That is why we are going to have to choose very carefully which are the best talents for our legion. You can see that in each row we have 1, 2 and even 3 options. To unlock the next row of talents, we have to spend a certain amount of points in the previous row, 3 at the beginning and 5 in the 3 specific branches. We don't have to max out the talent, we can divide the points as we want as long as we spend as many as they are required. We can also choose to fill all the options if we think it is the best, but the best thing to do is to get to the elite talents as quickly as possible. These are like special skills and are generally the ones that will give us the most benefit. Of these elite talents, we will only be able to choose one, so you have to choose very well. If we get the wrong talents, we can reset them, but for that we have to pay 1000 gems, so we should avoid doing it as much as possible. Here on the side, we can have 3 talent presets, but only the one that is active will be applied, and to change it we have to pay 1000 gems. This is just so that we can have different talents prepared in case we want to change quickly depending on the situation. The good thing is that at the end of the season, the level of the heroes will be reset. If we make a mistake regarding the talents, we can take advantage of the season reset to choose the correct talents. If you don't know how the seasons work, I'm going to make a video about it if I haven't already when you're watching this video. As for the star levels, we can go up 1 level every 10 levels of the hero. In other words, we first have to raise the hero to level 10 to be able to unlock the second star level, to level 20 for the third level, and to level 30 to have them at 4 stars. But unlike other games, in Call of Dragons it is not mandatory to raise the level of stars in order to continue raising our heroes' levels. Star level gives us 2 things. It unlocks skills and it allows us to use 2 heroes in the same army. An army can be led by 2 heroes. For this, the main hero must have reached 3 stars, for which the hero must be level 20. When we have 2 heroes, absolutely everything from the main one applies. That is, the talents, the skills, the artifact and the legion capacity. But from the secondary, which is called the deputy, only the skills and the number of legions that we can carry in each army apply. Which means that it is very important to level up the 2 heroes, because this way we will be able to take a greater number of legions to the battlefield, making our marches more powerful. Also, each star level unlocks a skill. That is, when raising a hero to 2 stars, the second skill is unlocked. With the third star, the third skill is unlocked, and so on. The 5th skill, also known as the Awakened skill, is unlocked when all other skills are maxed out and it has only 1 level. Once they are unlocked, we can upgrade them using specific tokens of each hero or generic token. But it is very important to keep in mind that the skills are improved randomly within those that are unlocked, and that the cost of each skill increases as you improve more and more. To give you an idea, the cost for the first 2 skills is 10 tokens, and the last 2 in the legendary heroes is 80. That's why it's very important that you use those first tokens correctly. In 95% of the cases, the best skill is the raised skill, which is the first one. It is called this way because it is a skill that is activated when the hero reaches the raised requirement that is written in the skill, which in most cases is 1000. This is like a bar that fills up, and when it is full, the first skill is activated, and 2 turns later the secondary hero's raised skill will be activated. For more details on how this works, see my guide on how combat works. It is very important to improve the first skill as quickly as possible. To be sure that only that one will go up and not the others, what you have to do is leave the hero with only 1 star. The problem with this is that we are not going to be able to use it as a main hero with another hero as a secondary. A small tip for this, in case you have already raised the star level of a hero but the first skill is not level 5, or in case you want to use it and do not want or cannot wait for the first one to be maxed, what you can do is upgrade that hero, use it and save tokens throughout the season. When the season restarts and the heroes return to level 1, the other skills will be blocked. At that time you can use the tokens, making sure that only the first skill will be upgraded. After that, if you want to upgrade the second skill first, you can do the same to make sure that one is upgraded and not the third or fourth. I did that with Indies because I knew that it was going to take me a long time to upgrade the second skill to the maximum, which is the one that I wanted to upgrade, and I wanted to get her to 3 stars to be able to gather resources with 2 heroes. I used her throughout the season with all the skills at level 1, which already gave me 14% wood gathering speed, and at the season reset I improved the second skill to level 4. Now I have upgraded her again and I am saving to max the second skill in the next season. As for how to level up heroes, in Call of Dragons there are 3 main ways to level them up. One is by killing darklings on the map, the other is with the experience that is obtained in the Dragon's Trail, and the third one is by gathering resources using gatherer heroes as main ones. As for the Darklings, if we go to the search option, we can see that we have 3 different types. The Darkling Patrols that mainly give experience for the heroes, the Dark Creatures which give us experience for the heroes but much less than the patrols, and in exchange they give us experience to upgrade the artifacts, and the third are the guards which are not important for this topic. Regarding the patrols and the creatures, it is advisable to raise our heroes at least to level 20 as quickly as possible to be able to use them with a secondary hero. Until then, you shouldn't even think about the artifacts, especially when you are just starting out and you probably don't have any good one. The artifacts themselves are very important because they give us an extra skill and the bonus stats they give us is very big, but the priority at the beginning is to level up the heroes. For more details on artifacts and when to upgrade them, you can see my artifacts guide. At the moment, the most important thing is that you do not upgrade artifacts if you do not know if they are good. The second way to level up the heroes is with the books that they give us in the Dragon's Trail. For every star we get, they will give us a certain number of books per hour among other things. The last way is gathering resources using a gatherer or Ordo as main. These heroes have talents that will give us experience when we finish gathering, and this experience applies to both the main and the secondary hero. On this subject there are many tips that I could give you, but with that the video would be very long, and which is why I am going to make a separate gatherer's guide. As for how the heroes are obtained, most of them can be unlocked and upgraded by opening chests with the silver and golden keys, but there are some heroes that can only be obtained in other ways, and in the future they will continue to add more heroes that won't be in the tavern. Madeline and Kinara can only be found in the Wheel of Fortune event that comes out every 2 weeks. Once unlocked, they can be upgraded with generic tokens with the VIP rewards or buying daily deals. Indies can only be obtained at the Dragon's Trail store, and my recommendation is that you only use the coins to buy her. Finally, we have Lilia and Husk that can only be obtained and improved by buying the packages from the VIP store. As for which heroes to choose, I'm going to do other videos about it, including tier list, best combinations and many more, but there are a couple of things that I think are very important that you take into account. The first thing is that we have a scrap store. Here we can scrap the tokens of the heroes that we are not interested in, except for the legendary ones, and use them to buy keys in which we can get more tokens from other heroes that are more interesting, including legendary ones. The other thing to keep in mind is that in many cases a legendary 5111, that is with the first skill at level 5 and the rest at level 1, is usually equal to or better than an epic with all skills maxed out. That is why I will recommend that you do not spend the hero tokens until you are sure that you are going to use them, because if you upgrade those heroes and then don't use them, you are missing on the possibility of getting legendary tokens in the keys that you will buy in the scrap store. Let's see an example. Wanwin is a very useful hero that I have used every season so far. Her second skill only applies when we kill Darklings. The third one gives us 15% attack bonus and 10% match speed. The fourth one gives us 10% extra damage when we have more than 50% of our legions remaining, and her awakened skill gives us the chance to poison the enemy doing 300 damage. On the other hand, Kinara 5111 gives us 10% normal attack, 4% skill damage taken reduction, 10% attack, and her fourth skill has a chance to increase our counter attack damage by 10% and reduce the speed of the target. So far, Wanwin is a bit better, but if we compare the raid skill, she does 800 damage over 3 seconds, while Kinara deals 1400 instantly and also reduces the damage the enemy does for 5 seconds. And by upgrading Kinara's skill a bit more, she's already going to be better than Wanwin, which is why most likely in the future seasons I will stop using Wanwin and use Kinara instead. The same goes for other heroes like Bakar and Alistair that I no longer use, and that if I had scrapped all of the tokens, I could have bought more keys that would have given me not only more legendary tokens, but also speed ups and resources that would have helped me improve my account more. And with that, we have covered all the basics of how heroes work in Call of Dragons. In the description I am going to leave you some links to the following videos that you should see if you want to continue learning everything about Call of Dragons. And please let me know in the comments which are your favorite heroes, what videos would you like to see on my channel, and don't forget to subscribe and leave a like if you feel that this video helped you. Thank you very much, and until next time.